I always knew that due to my sinful nature that Jesus was my Savior. This was just a fact that I grew up with and had accepted. I had given my heart to Jesus when I was very young at a Billy Graham crusade, and again in my teens at an altar call. I was married at 19 years of age and began to have feelings of being very trapped and lonely. And so I ran away before our first anniversary. Persuasion from my husband and my parents and some counseling led me back. All was forgotten and buried, and by the time I was 25, we had 3 children. We were active in the church, and we were viewed as the perfect family. I'm not sure if it was undiagnosed postpartum depression or everything from the past rearing its ugly head again, but I was not able to look after the kids and I ran again. It wasn't long before I became manic depressive and suicidal and was suffering from the effects of substance abuse. It's funny, when I wrote that, I thought, it's so easy to say those words. But it's a pretty awful thing to go through. And it was at one of those dark times that Jesus stepped in. And he said to me, "You are my child, and I am with you." He showed me his face in a bathroom mirror at my place of work, and he told me that he was there to heal me. I spent 8 weeks in a Christian psychiatric hospital in the fall of 1982, and the rest is history. So today I can literally say that Jesus saved me from myself and released me into his love. He's always been there. I responded to his calling me at an early age, and he never left me, even when I left him. He just brings me back, and he just keeps you there. He keeps you in his arms. Once he's decided that you're one of his, you don't get away. He just is there when for you all the time. It didn't stop the divorce or heal the marriage, and there are so many wounds, but it is those wounds that over time Jesus has healed. And the times I go back to touching the scars, God reminds me that his grace is sufficient for me and that I am forgiven and made new. God has blessed me greatly with a new relationship, not only with him, but also with Peter, my husband and partner of 27 years, and 4th child, Rebecca, who is 21 already. I also have a great relationship with all of my other children and even have one granddaughter now. God has given me a great place to work and a wonderful community of faithful believers to bless me even more. God also blesses me with tasks to do and shows me ways to bring his love to others. I am so grateful for the opportunities that he gives me in Nicaragua and every day at work or wherever I am. I've been to Nicaragua 3 times with a sewing mission, and I was invited to be part of the administration team about a year ago. We set up sewing co-ops in Nicaragua and then go back on a yearly basis so that they can become self-sufficient. I think more than my sewing skills, I think this really brought out some administration skills that I have, and being able to organize and bring people together for a cause. So I really appreciate when God talks to me and gives me ideas and puts things in my mind, and then helps me to work through them and bring them to life. It was difficult for me to understand why I should even be baptized as an adult. After all, I was born into a loving Christian home with sincere parents that had me baptized as an infant, so why would this even be necessary? I even thought that it may be seen as undermining what my parents had done, and add to that the fact that at 18 years of age, I stood in front of my church family and professed my belief in Jesus. I became a professing member of the Church of Christ and was invited into the full participation of Holy Communion. Was I just going to ignore all of that wasn't it a case of, well, I've been there, I've done that already. Now, after life has had its way, and I know it's still ongoing, it's not the end of my life or anything, but I just want to reaffirm in front of people and to God, because He's calling me to do this. He's calling me to say I'm a Christian and that I believe in Jesus as my Savior, and how He's blessed me in my life. He wants me to share that, and I'm ready. I'm saying, yes, Lord, I'm ready.